Oh boy. All right, let's talk a little sports. Yeah. NFL playoffs was definitely not good this weekend. We had three blowouts in a Dallas debacle. I don't know. Um, Ridiculous. Philly mopped Giants. Uh, even with a hurt Mahomes, Kansas City, the score really at the end didn't mean anything because it wasn't that close. Kansas City had the game throughout the whole game. And even though Jacksonville should have won because Mahomes can barely freaking move, they weren't blitzing him. They wouldn't even make him run. I'm like, what are we doing here? They decided to let Kelsey run free, 14 catches. I'm like, the only person you got to guard is him. Literally, he's Mahomes' safety blanket. A lot of quarterbacks um, throw it to different guys, but a lot of guys have one person. Most of the time, it's a wide receiver. But for whatever reason, um, Mahomes always has a Kelsey. Um, Usually it's like they have the tight end being the safety blanket if you have an older quarterback or a quarterback, an inexperienced quarterback is like, okay, we know a guy can get you 5 yards, 7 yards. But in this circumstance, he's the best receiver on the team. Not saying the other guys are bad, but Kelsey is he plays as if a wide receiver. He wants the ball. He's dominant. He's always reliable. He's always open, and like he's that dominant. So he doesn't mind throwing it to him every freaking down. And it's what they did. I'm like, you gotta go. And it was the defense was so bad for Jacksonville. It's like he was open all the time, like wide open. There was maybe 4 or 5 catches where the defender was able to either try to get the hand, get the ball separated from Kelsey's arm or hand or something like that. But other ones like that, he was wide open multiple times in the red zone, in the middle of the field. And I'm like, all you gotta do is guard this one man, even when he was hurt. I'm like, y'all know. And then what really killed the defense is once Mahomes got hurt, Andy Reid and those guys start switching the play calls to mainly trying to run the ball. And Kansas City ran them out the gym. And it's like weird. I'm like, if you stop the run, you make them pass. But if you're not going to stop Kelsey, it didn't matter. So that game was close, but it really wasn't as close as the end result came. The Bills ran into a buzzsaw. The same thing that happened all season. The offense has been bailing the defense out. It's unfortunate the Bills have a unique situation. The Bills defense relies on one or two superstars. Last few years, every single one of those superstars have gotten hurt. Trey White was on one of the best cornerbacks in the league, got hurt, and that year was ended. This year he did good and worked his way back, but this year was Von Miller's time. And Von Miller missed the last 6 games, 7 games, and these guys changed the trajectory of a game. Like you couldn't throw to Trey White's side without him getting a pick, a deflection, or someone else, changing the game plan. You have to change the game plan when Von Miller is playing. You have to change the game plan when Trey White was top of the game. And then Micah Hyde, he got hurt early in the season. So it's crazy because the defense is not bad, but when you have one or two superstars, like guys you have to game plan for, and they're out, it changes the whole defense because I can't rely on that one guy to shut down one side of the field. I can't rely on that one guy to shut down one wide receiver or to make sure that running back is not going to get extra yards or stuff like that. So it's tough because, yes, the offense is great and they ran into a buzzsaw, but you can't rely on the offense getting 30 points every game. In the playoffs, 10, 15 points is 30 points. You're going to win a game 12 points, 13 points, 19 points, 17 points. And if you can't, stop the other team, it kills your momentum. And I understand the Bills' frustration. Obviously, Diggs and Josh Allen's going to have to sit down and have a conversation. But, really, injuries killed them. And I think Josh was overthinking a lot of things because he was worried about not throwing a pick and the weather was bad. I mean, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You play in Buffalo, you have to deal with inclement weather in the playoffs, and the footing was horrible. They tried to run the ball, they ran the ball, slippery sliding, but at the end of the day, the Bengals figured it out. They figured it out. They were able to get their footing, and there's no reason why the Bills that shouldn't have been an excuse. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. The Bengals were the better team, and they won. Um, I don't think the Super Bowl is going to be pretty good. I think the most dominant team is Philadelphia. The best team is Philadelphia, and it's by far. Philadelphia should blow out San Fran. They should win the Super Bowl. I'm just voting for Rihanna because I mean, what are we watching this for? I don't think San Fran is going to be able to put up enough points and slow up Philly to even make it a game. It may be a game for 2 quarters, three. Mahomes is hurt. I still think Kansas City can win that game because he has a week of recovery. But also, Bengals haven't been playing great, but they've been playing winning football, and that's the key. They've had a couple of errors here and there, slips, close calls, and Kansas City has had the same thing. But Kansas City is a well-oiled machine, and when you got at home, they have some crazy calls too in them home games, boy. Mahomes was literally getting 5 yards. You can't touch him. And, they was calling holding on Kelsey. I mean, the man is so big. I mean, I gotta slow him up. What am I supposed to let him run free? They was calling some crazy calls. So it's gonna be hard to beat Kansas City at home. I know the Bengals have a great record against them, but it's gonna be hard to beat them. But I mean, I think Philly and Kansas City will be in the Super Bowl, but I got Philly going all the way. Congrats to the Eagles. I don't know. I'm voting for Rihanna. Peace.